I accidentally found my wife's phone with a notification from a popular dating app and decided also to play along. So I created a catfish account and messaged her. She claims her husband is dead on her profile and is open to remarrying. So I proposed to marry her and she agreed, so we were dating on the app. In real life, it was as if nothing was happening, but I was secretly preparing to drop the bomb. Hi, thank you for your continuous support. This means a lot to us. If you enjoy the stories we share, kindly subscribe to this channel and comment on which city you are watching from. We might just give you a shout out in our next story. Today, our special shout out goes to Emily Sanders from Atlanta, Georgia. We are glad you enjoy our stories. Now let's dive into the details of today's story. The house smells like rain tonight. Not the fresh, clean kind that makes you want to crack a window and breathe deep, but the stale, clingy dampness that seeps into the walls after a day of gray drizzle. It's February 23rd, 2025, Sunday evening, and the suburban quiet presses against the windows of our little two-story like a held breath. I'm sprawled on the couch, feet up on the coffee table, scrolling through some mindless tech blog on my phone. Lydia's upstairs, probably brushing her teeth or staring at herself in the mirror like she's trying to solve a puzzle. 6 years married, and I still don't know half of what goes on in that head of hers. My phone's at 12%. Figures. I groan, haul myself up, and start the usual scavenger hunt for a charger. Mine's gone AWOL, probably tangled in the mess of cables under my desk at work. So I shuffle into the kitchen where Lydia's phone sits on the counter, plugged into her pristine white cord. She's always got her shit together like that. I unplug it, and the screen lights up as I yank the cable free. A notification slides into view, bold and unmissable. Missed you last night, widow lady, winky face. It's from some app called SoulSpark. Never heard of it, but the little red heart icon tells me everything I need to know. Dating app. My stomach does a slow flip, like a car teetering on the edge of a cliff in one of those old action flicks. I freeze, charger dangling in my hand. The hum of the fridge suddenly too loud in my ears. Widow lady? Lydia's no widow. I'm right here, breathing, scratching my 5 o'clock shadow, very much not dead. My thumb hovers over the screen. Her passcode's 0618. Our anniversary, June 18th. She's never changed it, and I've never had a reason to snoop. Until now. I tap it in, quick and quiet, like I'm defusing a bomb. The phone unlocks with a soft click, and there it is, SoulSpark, open to her profile. Lydia, 32, widow, ready to love again. Below that, a bio, lost my husband a year ago. Looking for someone to laugh with, live with, maybe even start over. No games, just heart. A selfie smiles back at me, her dark hair loose, lips red, that little tilt of her head she does when she's trying to look coy. It's recent. I can tell because she's wearing that silver necklace I got her for Christmas. My chest tightens, a fist squeezing my ribs. A year ago, I was alive and well, grilling burgers in the backyard last summer while she sipped rose and complained about the mosquitoes. What the hell is this? My brain scrambles for answers. Hacked account, prank, midlife crisis, but none stick. The timestamp on the message says 7:42 p.m., 20 minutes ago. She's upstairs right now, probably typing back to this clown while I'm down here playing Charger Detective. I should storm up there, shove the phone in her face, demand to know why she's burying me alive on some sleazy app. But I don't. I set the phone down, careful, like it's a loaded gun, and lean against the counter. The linoleum's cold under my socks. 6 years flash through my head. First dates at dive bars, her laugh like a spark in the dark, the way she'd curl into me on the couch during thunderstorms. Back then, she looked at me like I hung the moon. Now she barely looks at me at all. Dinners are silent. Sex is a memory, and half the time she's glued to that damn phone. I thought it was work, or Instagram, or whatever women scroll through to kill time. Not this. Not widow. The stairs creak. My pulse jumps, and I snatch her phone back up, lock it, plug it in, smooth as a cat burglar. She pads into the kitchen in her fuzzy slippers, hair tied back, face scrubbed clean. You okay? She asks, voice soft but distracted, like she's already halfway out of the room. Yeah, I mutter, shoving my hands in my pockets. Just need to charge my phone. She nods, grabs a glass of water, and drifts back upstairs without another word. I watch her go, her shadow stretching long and thin across the wall. The air feels heavier now, thick with something I can't name. Betrayal, maybe. Or curiosity. Because that's the kicker. I'm not just mad. I want to know why. Why kill me off? Why rewrite our life like I'm some ghost she's shaking off? I grab my laptop from the living room, sink back into the couch, and download SoulSpark. The app's logo pulses on the screen as it installs, a little heartbeat of trouble. I don't confront people head-on, not my style. I'm a software guy. I debug, I analyze, I find a glitch and fix it. This is a glitch in my marriage, and I'm not about to let it crash without understanding the code. Creating a profile takes 5 minutes. I call myself Mark, 35, widower. Ironic, right? I dig up an old photo from a work trip, one where I'm clean-shaven and squinting in the sun, unrecognizable enough with a filter slapped on. Bio: lost my wife to cancer 2 years back. Ready for a second chance at something real. It's bullshit, but it's poetic bullshit, the kind that hooks people. I swipe through the app, heart thudding, until I find her. Lydia, smiling that same coy smile, her profile glowing like a neon sign. Available. My finger hovers over the message button. What am I doing? This isn't me. I don't play games. But she's already playing one, isn't she? She's out there, flirting with strangers, pretending I'm 6 feet under. Maybe it's time I play back. I type, slow and deliberate, each word a jab. A widow, huh? Maybe we're meant to heal each other. I hit send, and the message pings into the void, a tiny grenade lobbed into her world. I lean back, laptop warm on my thighs, and stare at the ceiling. The rain taps harder against the windows now, a restless rhythm that matches the churn in my gut. Upstairs, her phone buzzes. I hear it faintly through the floorboards. She's probably reading it right now, smiling at Mark, oblivious that it's me pulling the strings. A laugh bubbles up, bitter and sharp, and I clamp it down. This isn't funny yet, but it will be. Oh, it will be. I close the laptop, the screen's glow fading to black, and sit there in the dark, listening to the house settle around me. The game's on, Lydia. Let's see how far you'll run with a dead man's shadow chasing you. Monday morning slinks in like a thief, gray and damp, the rain still tapping at the windows like it's trying to get my attention. I'm at the kitchen table, coffee steaming in a chipped mug, staring at my laptop screen. SoulSpark's open, and there it is, Lydia's reply to Mark, time-stamped 11:47 p.m. last night. Heal each other? I'd like that. It's been so long since I felt seen. My jaw tightens, teeth grinding so hard I hear the creak in my skull. Seen? I'm right here, Lydia, 6 feet across the house, not 6 feet under. But she doesn't know it's me. Not yet. I sip my coffee, bitter and too hot, and type back as Mark. Tell me about it. What's your story, widow lady? I hit send, and the message vanishes into the ether, a little fishing line cast into her lies. Upstairs, the shower hisses. She's getting ready for work, some admin gig at a dental office she's been at for years. I hear her humming, faint and off-key, like nothing's wrong. Like she didn't just flirt with a ghost she doesn't know is her husband. The day drags. I'm a software engineer, freelancing from home since the last startup I worked for imploded, so I've got no office to escape to. Just me, my code, and the ping of SoulSpark notifications lighting up my phone. By noon, she's replied, "My husband died in a car accident a year ago. He was distant, never really there, even when he was alive." I miss feeling alive too. I read it twice, 3 times, the words searing into my brain. A car accident? Distant? I've never even totaled a fender, and she's painting me like some cold bastard who left her starving for affection. My hands hover over the keyboard, itching to call her out, but I don't. Mark's not Daniel. Mark's smooth, sympathetic. That sounds lonely. I type. I get it. My wife shut me out before the cancer took her. You deserve better. Send. She's quick this time. 5 minutes later, mid-lunch while I'm choking down a turkey sandwich. God, yes. Lonely is the word. I want someone who gets me, you know? I snort, crumbs spilling onto my shirt. Gets her? I've spent 6 years decoding her silences, her sighs, the way she twists her hair when she's pissed. But apparently, that's not enough. I fire back. I think I could get you. What's your type? She's at her desk by now, probably sneaking this between patient charts, and her reply's a jolt. Funny, kind, a little wild. Someone who'd sweep me off my feet. Wild. Sweep her off her feet? I'm no poet, but I took her dancing once, spilled beer on her shoes, and she laughed till she cried. Guess that doesn't count anymore. By Tuesday night, it's a full-on game. Mark's charming her socks off, figuratively, for now. I'm in the living room, TV droning some cop show I'm not watching, when her next message pops up. You're easy to talk to, Mark. I haven't smiled this much in forever. I glance at her across the room. She's curled on the armchair, phone in hand, lips twitching upward. In real life, she's cooking spaghetti, stirring sauce with one hand while the other taps away at her screen. Work stuff, she mutters when I ask, not even looking up. The garlic smell fills the air, homey and fake as hell. I nod, fork twisting pasta, and say, busy day. She shrugs. Same old. Liar. Wednesday's when it gets dirty. I'm on the couch again, laptop glowing, and Mark pushes the line. What's keeping you up tonight? Gorgeous? She's upstairs, supposedly reading, but her reply's instant. Thinking about you. What about you? My pulse kicks up, a drumbeat in my throat. I type, slow and deliberate, imagining you next to me. What would you wear? The house is quiet, just the tick of the clock and the faint buzz of her phone vibrating through the ceiling. Her answer's a punch, something red. Maybe nothing at all. I choke on my beer, foam spitting onto my jeans. Sexting. My wife sexting me, or Mark, 3 days in. Bold as brass. I wipe my mouth, grinning despite myself. She's all in, and I'm the puppet master pulling her strings. In real life, she's oblivious. Thursday dinner's chicken and rice, steam rising as she chatters about a coworker's new dog. Cute little thing, she says, passing the salt. I nod, chewing slow, my phone burning a hole in my pocket with her latest. I'd kiss you slow, Mark. Real slow. Betrayal's a hot coal in my chest, but there's something else too, fascination. She's a stranger now, this woman I've slept next to for years, and I'm hooked on peeling back her lies. I start a doc on my laptop, pasting every message, every timestamp. Evidence. Ammunition. Whatever this is, I'm not letting it slip away. By Friday, it's a week of this dance. Mark's her dream man now, funny, flirty, a little wild. I'm up late, rain streaking the windows, when I decide to up the stakes. Lydia, I type, you're incredible. Marry me. Let's run away from the ghosts together. It's absurd, reckless, but I need to see how far she'll go. I hit send, heart hammering, and wait. The reply comes at 1:03 a.m. Yes, Mark. Yes. I'm ready. I stare at the screen, breath shallow, the room tilting around me. She said yes. To a stranger. To me. Saturday night. I'm in the kitchen, pouring a whiskey I don't need, when I hear her voice drift down the hall. She's on the phone, giggling, high and bright, a sound I haven't heard in years. Oh my God, Jen, he's perfect, she says, loud enough to carry. Proposed last night. Can you believe it? My new man's got guts. I freeze, glass halfway to my lips, the amber liquid trembling. Jen's her old college buddy, the one who'd spill secrets for a glass of wine. Lydia's gushing, spilling her fantasy to the world, and I'm right here, the dead man listening in. My fist clenches, knuckles white against the countertop. She's not just playing, she's planning, dreaming, leaving me behind. I set the glass down, untouched, and lean against the sink. The rain's a steady drum now, pounding the roof like it's egging me on. She's all in, and I'm not stopping now. Mark's got her heart, and Daniel's got her number. Let's see how long she dances before the music stops. The rain's let up by Monday morning, leaving the air thick and muggy, the kind that sticks to your skin like a bad lie. I'm in the kitchen, laptop open, coffee cold in my mug, staring at Soul Spark. Lydia's last message from last night glows on the screen. Marry you? I'm still buzzing, Mark. Let's make it real. My stomach twists, a cocktail of acid and adrenaline. She's not just playing a game. She's ready to torch our life for a fantasy. I sip the coffee, grimace at the bitterness, and type back as Mark. Soon, gorgeous. Imagine waking up together, new city, new us. Send. The ping's a tiny spark in the quiet house, and I lean back, listening for her. She's already gone, left for work at 7:45, her heels clicking out the door with a distracted "see ya." She didn't even notice I slept in the guest room last night. I claimed work stress, some bug in a client's code keeping me up. Truth is, I couldn't stand the thought of her lying next to me, phone tucked under her pillow, dreaming of Mark. The guest room's a tomb, stale air, a lumpy mattress, boxes of old tax returns stacked in the corner, but it's mine now. She didn't argue, just nodded and said, "Get some rest." Too distracted by her little digital affair to care. I smirk into my mug. Good. Let her drift. I've got plans brewing she can't even imagine. By noon, I'm in my car, a beat-up Toyota with a coffee stain on the passenger seat, headed to a lawyer's office downtown. The freelance gig's flexible, but I told my latest client I'd be offline for a family emergency. Irony's a hell of a drug. The lawyer's name is Greg Hauser, a guy I found online with a 5-star rating and a handshake that says he's seen worse than me. His office smells like leather and stale cigars, walls lined with books I'll never read. He's mid-40s, balding, with a tie that's too loud for his gray suit. "So," he says, leaning back in his chair, "what's the situation, Daniel?" I lay it out. Lydia's Widow Act, the app, the proposal from Mark. I don't mention I'm Mark. That's my ace, and I'm keeping it close. Greg listens, jotting notes on a yellow pad, his pen scratching like a metronome. "Infidelity's a solid angle," he says when I'm done, tapping the pen against his chin. "Especially if you've got proof. Texts, screenshots, anything tangible. The house is in your name, right?" I nod. "Bought it 5 years ago with my savings, before she moved in." "Good," he says. "We can protect that. Joint accounts are trickier, but if she's planning to bolt, we can argue abandonment. Start quietly separating funds now. New account. No paper trail she can trace." I leave with a folder of prelim paperwork and a buzz in my veins. This isn't just revenge, it's strategy. Back home, I crack open my laptop and transfer half our savings to a new account, routing it through a dummy PayPal I set up for freelance gigs. The numbers blink on the screen. $12, $347.62. Not a fortune, but it's mine now. Lydia's at work, probably texting Mark between cavities and root canals, oblivious that I'm pulling the rug out inch by inch. Tuesday night, I push Mark further. I'm in the guest room, blinds half open, streetlights slicing shadows across the wall. "What if we live together first?" I type. "Test the waters, me, you, a little place somewhere warm. Screw the ghosts." Her reply's instant. "Oh my God, yes. I'd pack tomorrow if I could." I laugh, low and sharp, the sound swallowed by the room. "Pack tomorrow?" She's got a closet full of shoes and a husband she's already buried. Guess I'm the ghost she's screwing now. I keep going. "Pick a spot. Anywhere. I'll make it happen." She picks Savannah, love the heat, the charm. Us on a porch swing, sipping sweet tea. I can hear her voice in my head, that lilting tone she uses when she's excited, and it stabs me right through the ribs. She hasn't talked to me like that in years. In real life, she's a wall. Wednesday dinner's takeout pizza, pepperoni, her favorite, and she's picking at it, phone propped against the salt shaker, thumbs flying. "Work again?" I ask, voice flat. She glances up, eyes glassy with distraction. "Yeah, some scheduling mess." I nod, biting into my slice, grease dripping onto the plate. "Scheduling mess, my ass." She's probably telling Mark how she'd kiss him on that porch swing. I chew slow, watching her, the hum of the fridge filling the silence. She doesn't ask why I'm still in the guest room, doesn't notice the bags under my eyes. I'm a prop in her play now, a shadow she's stepping over on her way out. Thursday, I'm back at my desk. Well, the dining table I've claimed as a workspace, coding a fix for a client while SoulSpark pings in the background. Lydia's at work, but Mark's her lifeline. "I can't stop thinking about us," she writes. "You're my escape." Escape? From what? Me? The house I pay for? The life I built? My fingers twitch, itching to smash the screen, but I don't. I lean into it instead. "You're mine too. Let's make it soon. Next month, maybe. You in?" She's all caps. "Yes." I'm in. My chest tightens, a thrill snaking up my spine. She's not just falling, she's sprinting into Mark's arms, and I'm the one holding the finish line. Friday night, I'm in the guest room again, whiskey in hand, the bottle sweating on the nightstand. The house creaks around me, old bones settling into the dark. Lydia's downstairs, TV on low, some reality show about cheating spouses, the irony so thick I could choke on it. I sip the whiskey, let it burn, and scroll through my dock of screenshots. Pages of her lies, her flirting, her yes to Mark's proposal. It's a goldmine, and Greg's gonna love it. I'm outsmarting her, piece by piece, and it feels good, better than it should. Like cracking a program no one else can debug. Dinner's late, Saturday now, a week since this started. She's made stir-fry, the sizzle of soy sauce and peppers filling the kitchen. I'm at the table, plate steaming. When she says it, casual as breathing. Sometimes I think about starting over. She's not looking at me, just stirring her food, phone silent for once. My fork pauses midair, rice tumbling back to the plate. Starting over. With Mark. With Savannah. Without me. The air's electric, her words a live wire between us. I force a smile, thin as a blade, and say, me too. Her eyes flicker up, just for a second, searching mine, but I hold steady, unreadable. She nods, goes back to her plate, and the silence swallows us whole. I lean back, the chair creaking under me, and let the thrill wash over me. She's got no idea I'm already steps ahead, rewriting her script while she dreams of porch swings. Game on, Lydia. Game fucking on. The sun's out today, Tuesday morning, a week and a half into this twisted game, and it's mocking me with its cheer. I'm in the kitchen, blinds cracked, watching dust motes dance in the light while my laptop hums on the table. The house smells faintly of last night's tacos, grease, and cumin lingering like a ghost of normalcy. Lydia's at work, probably tapping away at SoulSpark between patient files, and I'm here, plotting her downfall over a cup of instant coffee that tastes like regret. My phone buzzes, Mark's latest, Savannah's calling us, babe. Picture it, you, me, a little bungalow by the river. Her reply's already waiting. I'm there. God, I can't wait to leave this all behind. Leave this all behind. Meaning me. Meaning us. My grip tightens on the mug, ceramic creaking under my fingers. Time to tighten the noose. I grab my keys and head to the bank. The Toyota's engine sputters to life, a tired growl that matches my mood, and I weave through suburban streets, neat lawns, minivans, kids on bikes, like I'm still part of this world. The bank's a sterile box of glass and beige carpet, Muzak droning overhead as I slide into a chair across from a teller named Karen. She's got a perm and a smile that's all teeth, and I spin her a tale. Hey, I think someone's been messing with our accounts. Identity theft. Maybe. Can we cancel the joint cards and set me up with something separate? Karen nods, sympathetic, clicking away at her keyboard. Oh, that's awful, she says. Happens more than you'd think. I nod back, playing the worried husband, while inside I'm grinning like a fox in a henhouse. An hour later, it's done, cards canceled, $8,000 more shuffled to my solo account, and Lydia's none the wiser. The joint account's down to a measly $500, enough for her to notice, not enough to save her. Back home, I dig deeper. She's got her phone synced to our family plan, lazy, trusting, or just sloppy, and I've got admin access. I download a tracking app, something I used once to debug a client's security flaw, and install it remotely. It's a ghost on her device, pinging me her texts, her location, her SoulSpark chats. By 3 p.m., it's live, and I'm in. Her messages to Mark flood my screen. I'm serious about next month. I'll figure out the logistics. Just need to shake loose here. Shake loose. Like I'm a dead leaf she's brushing off her shoe. Another. You make me feel alive, Mark. I haven't felt this in years. My jaw clenches, a dull ache spreading to my temples. Years. 6 of them. Wasted on me, apparently. Wednesdays when she slips. I'm in the guest room. My bunker now, curtains drawn. Whiskey bottle half empty on the nightstand. When she breezes in from work with a shopping bag dangling from her wrist. Got a dress for a work event, she says, casual as rain, setting it on the counter. It's red, deep, wine red, with a slit up the thigh that screams trouble. I peek inside while she's in the shower, steam creeping under the bathroom door. The tag's still on, $89.99, way too fancy for a dental office potluck. My gut knows it's for Mark, for Savannah, for porch swings and slow kisses. I picture her twirling in it, laughing, her dark hair catching the Georgia sun while I'm here, rotting in this house she's already left behind. I could rip it to shreds, storm in there, demand answers. Who's the dress for? Lydia? Who's the lie for? But I don't. I fold it back into the bag, slow and deliberate, and let the control settle over me like a second skin. She's dancing to my tune now, not his. Thursday night. I'm in the digital deep end. Mark's pushing hard. Let's set a date. I want you with me, really with me. How's next Saturday sound? It's a week away, reckless and tight, but I need her to bite. I'm on the couch, TV flickering some nature doc about predators, lions stalking prey, all teeth and patience, while her reply pings in. Next Saturday? Oh my God, Mark, yes. I'll make it work. Make it work. I smirk, the sound of zebras dying on screen mixing with the thud of my pulse. She's planning her exit, sketching her escape, and I'm the one holding the map. The tracking app chimes, another text, this one to Jin. Big news soon. Leaving next weekend. Don't tell anyone yet. My smirk widens, sharp as a blade. Big news, huh? Wait, till she sees mine. Friday. I lock it in. I book a hotel room downtown, cheap, no frills, a king bed and a minibar I'll drain dry. Next Saturday, same day she's dreaming of Savannah. The confirmation email lands with a soft ding, and I lean back in the guest room's creaky chair, staring at the ceiling. The house is quiet. Lydia's downstairs, humming over dishes, oblivious that I've gutted her safety net. The tracking app pings again. Mark, I'm packing light. Just the essentials, you're all I need. Packing light. I laugh, low and rough, the sound bouncing off the walls. She's got no idea the essentials are already gone. Cards, cash, me. Saturday morning, I test the waters. She's in the kitchen, sipping tea, phone glued to her hand, when I stroll in with my laptop bag slung over my shoulder. Client meeting today, I say, voice flat. Might crash at the office if it runs late. She nods, barely looking up. Okay. Be safe. Be safe. Like she gives a damn. I watch her for a second, hair messy, eyes soft, and feel a flicker of something old, something tender. Then I remember the dress, the texts, the yes to Mark, and it's snuffed out cold. I head to the car, engine rumbling to life, and let the plan simmer. She's buying dresses, plotting escapes, while I'm draining accounts and booking getaways. Checkmate's coming, Lydia, and I'm savoring every move. That night, I'm back in the guest room, whiskey glass sweating in my hand, the streetlights bleeding through the blinds. Mark seals the deal. Next Saturday, then. I'll send you the address. Be ready, babe. Her reply's a jolt. I'm ready now. Counting the days. I set the glass down, the clink loud in the stillness, and book the hotel again, just to be sure. My finger hovers over the tracking app, her words glowing in the dark. Leaving soon. Soon, huh? I lean forward, elbows on my knees, and breathe deep. The air's heavy, thick with the scent of dust and betrayal. She's counting days, I'm counting moves, and next Saturday's the endgame. Let's see who's left standing when the board flips. Friday night's air is sharp, crisp with the promise of something breaking. The house feels like a cage, walls too close, shadows too long, and I'm pacing the guest room, whiskey glass empty on the nightstand, its ring of condensation mocking me. My laptop's open, soul spark glowing like a beacon in the dark. Lydia's latest to Mark burns into my retinas. I'll tie up loose ends with my family this weekend. Then it's you and me, baby Savannah or bust. Loose ends. That's me, her husband, her life, snipped off like a frayed thread. I rake a hand through my hair, the stubble on my jaw itching, and type back as Mark. Can't wait. Saturday's the day. Address is 47, River Lane. Be there by noon. It's fake, of course, a random lot I pulled from Google Maps, an empty stretch of nothing on the edge of town. She doesn't know that. She's too busy dreaming of porches and sweet tea to check. Downstairs, the TV's on low, some cooking show, knives chopping through onions with a rhythmic thwack. Lydia's in the kitchen, humming again, that off-key tune she falls into when she's distracted. I lean against the doorway, watching her. She's got a small duffel bag open on the counter, tossing in socks, a toothbrush, a pair of jeans, casual stuff, nothing flashy. No red dress yet, but I know it's coming. Heading out tomorrow, she says, not looking up, her voice light as air. Gonna visit my sister for the weekend. Jin's been nagging me to come up. I nod, leaning on the frame, arms crossed. Sounds fun, I say, keeping it neutral, but my pulse is a drumbeat in my throat. Her sister lives 2 hours north. Savannah's south 6 hours, easy. It's her first lie to my face, bold and bare, and it lands like a punch. She glances at me then, just for a second, her brown eyes catching the light. "You okay?" she asks, head tilting like she's studying a glitch. I force a smile, thin and tight. "Yeah, work's a mess. Might crash in the guest room again." She shrugs, zipping the bag. "Don't burn out, okay?" And that's it. She's back to packing, oblivious, while the air between us crackles with everything she doesn't say. I turn away, the floorboards creaking under my socks, and climb the stairs. "Burn out? Oh, I'm burning, all right, just not the way she thinks." Saturday morning dawns gray, clouds rolling in like a warning. I'm up early, coffee brewing, the gurgle of the machine filling the silence. Lydia's bustling around, hair tied back, duffel slung over her shoulder. The red dress is in there. I saw her slip it in last night, folded neat as a secret. She's in jeans now, sneakers, playing the part of the dutiful sister, but her phone's glued to her hand, thumbs tapping away. Mark's last message sits on my screen. "See you soon, gorgeous. Bring that smile." She's replied, "On my way." Loose ends tied, freedom's calling. Freedom. My coffee goes down bitter, scalding my tongue, and I set the mug down hard enough to slosh it over the rim. She grabs her keys from the hook by the door, the jingle sharp in the quiet. "Back Sunday night," she says, turning to me, that same distracted softness in her voice. "Don't work too hard." I'm at the table, laptop open, playing the part, tired husband, buried in code. "Have fun with gin," I say, meeting her eyes. She smiles, quick and shallow, and then she's gone, the door clicking shut behind her. I wait, counting to 10, until her car, a silver Honda with a dented fender, rumbles to life outside. The engine fades down the street, and I'm on my feet, crossing to the window. Her taillights wink red through the drizzle, then vanish around the corner. Rage and relief crash over me like a wave, hot and cold at once. She's gone, running to Mark, to her lie, and I'm free to move. I haul us upstairs, the guest room a blur of shadows and dust. My own bag's been ready since yesterday. Jeans, shirts, laptop, charger, the essentials, stuffed under the bed like a soldier's kit. I drag it out, the zipper snarling as I check it over. The divorce papers are in my desk drawer, finalized yesterday with Greg over a crackling Zoom call. "Infidelity's locked in," he'd said, his voice tinny through my speakers. "Screenshots, tracking data, judge lead it up. Sign these, and you're golden." I'd signed, ink bleeding into the page, and now they're folded tight in an envelope, ready to drop. I grab them, shove them into the bag, and pause, staring at the room. The bed's unmade, sheets twisted from restless nights. It's not home anymore, it's a battlefield, and I'm retreating with the spoils. Downstairs, I lock the front door, set the alarm, small mercies she won't notice, till it's too late, and check the tracking app. Her phone's pinging south, already past the highway split, headed 447, River Lane. I laugh, a short, jagged sound that echoes off the walls. She's chasing a ghost, and I'm the one holding the strings. My car's packed in 10 minutes, bag in the trunk, whiskey bottle tucked beside it, laptop on the passenger seat. The Toyota coughs awake, and I pull out, the house shrinking in the rearview. I'm not going far, just the hotel downtown, a gray slab of concrete with a flickering neon sign. Check-in's quick, the clerk barely glancing at my ID, and I'm in room 312 by 11 a.m., blinds shut, minibar cracked open. The bourbon's cheap, but it burns clean, and I sip it slow, leaning against the headboard. The tracking app pings again, 11:47 a.m. She's there, circling an empty lot, probably squinting at her phone in confusion. I picture it, her in that Honda, rain streaking the windshield, the red dress folded in her bag like a promise. My phone buzzes, not the app this time. Her number, a text. "Miss you already." I stare at it, the screen glowing in the dim room, and my thumb hovers over the reply. "Miss me?" She's halfway to Savannah in her head, chasing Mark, and I'm the fool she's texting out of habit. Or guilt. Or whatever's left of us. I don't type back. I don't need to. She's on her way to nowhere, and I'm already gone. I set the phone down, the bourbon glass cold against my palm, and lean my head back. The hotel room hums, AC rattling, pipes groaning, and outside, the city drones on, oblivious. She's out there, lost in my trap, and I'm here, free and furious, the divorce papers await in my bag. Next move's hers, But the board's mine. Let's see how she plays it when the ground drops out. Saturday noon cuts through the hotel room like a blade, the cheap curtains glowing with muted light. I'm sprawled on the bed, laptop propped on my chest, bourbon bottle half empty on the nightstand next to a crumpled bag of chips. The minibar's a massacre, empty cans and wrappers strewn like battlefield casualties. But I'm sharp, wired, every nerve buzzing. The tracking app's open, Lydia's little dot blinking on the map, 47, River Lane, a nowhere patch of overgrown weeds and cracked asphalt 10 miles south. She's there, right on time, probably squinting out her windshield at the nothing I've led her to. My pulse thumps in my ears, a war drum counting down to 0. It's time. I've got the divorce notice ready, a crisp PDF Greg emailed last night, all legalese and finality, signed and sealed with my name in stark black ink. I open SoulSpark, Mark's profile glowing like a loaded gun, and draft the message. Lydia, you've been served. Check your email. Daniel, aka Mark. I attach the file, my thumb hovering over send. The room's quiet, AC humming low, traffic a distant murmur through the walls, and I can almost hear her out there, humming to herself, the red dress folded in her bag, dreaming of Savannah. My chest tightens, a flicker of something soft, regret. Maybe, but I crutch it fast. She buried me first. I hit send, and the ping's a gunshot in the silence. I block her on the app before she can reply, fingers flying over the screen. Mark's gone, a ghost vanishing into the ether. I switch to my phone, pull up the smart lock app, and change the house codes with a few taps. Front door, back door, garage, all sealed tight, her keys useless now. The Toyota's parked downstairs, bag still in the trunk, and I'm out the door in 30 seconds, bourbon buzzing in my veins. The hotel hallway smells like stale smoke and desperation, carpet crunching under my boots as I hit the stairs, elevators too slow for this. I'm in the car by 12:05, engine snarling awake, and peeling out of the lot. The house is 15 minutes away, and I've got one last move to play. The drive's a blur, rain spitting on the windshield, wipers squeaking, my hands white-knuckled on the wheel. The tracking app pings, her dots moving, fast, northbound toward home. She's seen it. I can picture it. Her in that Honda, phone shaking in her hand, the divorce notice glaring up at her while the empty lot mocks her from behind. I laugh, a jagged bark that bounces off the dashboard, and crank the radio, some old rock song, guitars screaming, drowning out the noise in my head. I pull into the driveway at 12:22, tires crunching gravel, and the house looms dark and empty. Her car's not here yet, she's still racing back, but I don't linger. I grab my bag, check the locks one last time, and I'm gone, back on the road before her headlights can catch me. I'm at the hotel again by 12:40, sinking into the bed, laptop open to the tracking app. Her dot's at the house now, stalled out front. I see it clear as day. Her fumbling with the key, the lock beeping red, her cursing into the rain. The app pings a text she sent Jen. Something's wrong, Daniel's gone, lock's changed. Help, help, good luck with that. I lean back, sipping bourbon straight from the bottle, the burn grounding me as the scene unfolds in my head. She's stranded, her perfect escape flipped upside down, and I'm the puppet master watching the strings snap. Meanwhile, out there, she's crumbling. The tracking app catches her next move. 1:15 p.m., she's at a gas station 3 miles away, probably running on fumes after a wild goose chase. A declined card alert pops up on my phone, our old joint account, the one I gutted, spitting out a big fat insufficient funds when she swiped it for a tank of gas. I grin, sharp and feral, imagining her standing there, rain-soaked, staring at the pump like it's betrayed her too. Another text to Jen. Cards aren't working. WTF is happening? WTF indeed. Lydia. Welcome to the endgame. My phone buzzes at 2:03, an unknown number, local area code. I let it ring, watching the screen pulse like a heartbeat, then pick up on the 5th chime. Her voice floods the line, cracked and wet. Daniel? Oh God, Daniel. It's me, please. Don't hang up. I don't say a word, just breathe, letting her fill the silence. She's sobbing now, hiccuping through it. It wasn't real, I swear. Mark, it was just a stupid fantasy. I wasn't gonna leave. Her voice breaks, a raw, ugly sound, and I picture her hunched in Jen's car, mascara streaking, phone pressed to her ear. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, please come home. We can fix this. Fix this. The bourbon bottle's cold in my hand, the room spinning slow around me, and I listen, really listen to her begging, her panic, her lies unraveling in real time. I don't know how long she talks, 2 minutes, maybe 3, before I shift the phone, the plastic creaking in my grip. Daniel? Are you there? She whispers, voice small, desperate. I don't answer. I don't need to. The line's heavy with everything we've lost, 6 years, 1,000 nights, a life she torched for a stranger who was me all along. My thumb finds the end call button, and I press it, cutting her off mid-sob. The silence crashes in, thick and final, broken only by the faint drip of rain outside. I set the phone down, screen dark, and lean my head back against the wall. The bourbon's warm now, sliding down my throat like a victory lap, but there's a hollow ache in my chest I can't name. She's out there, scrambling, falling apart, and I'm here, free and finished. The tracking app sits quiet, no more pings, no more pleas. I close the laptop, the click loud in the stillness, and stare at the ceiling. The game's over, and I've won. Or maybe we both lost. Either way, she's screaming into the void now, and I'm done listening. Sunday morning creeps in slow, the hotel room thick with the sour tang of bourbon and regret. I'm slumped in a chair by the window, blinds cracked, watching the city yawn awake, cars hissing through wet streets, a lone jogger dodging puddles under a bruised sky. My head's a dull thud, the minibar's carcass sprawled across the carpet, and my phone's dark on the table, silent since I hung up on Lydia last night. Her voice still echoes. It wasn't real, I swear. I am broken, clawing at the edges of my skull. I rub my eyes, stubble rough against my palms, and try to shake it off. She's out there, scrambling, and I'm here, untouchable. That's the plan, right? So why does the quiet feel like a weight pressing me down? I fire up the laptop, the screens glow harsh against the dimness. The tracking app's still running, her dots at Jen's place now, a squat apartment building 10 miles west. No text since 2 a.m. When she begged Jen, he's gone. Everything's gone. What do I do? What do you do, Lydia? You reap what you sowed. I lean back, the chair creaking under me, and sip the dregs of last night's bourbon, warm, flat, a fitting chaser to victory. But it's not enough. I need to see the damage spread, watch her story unravel in front of the world she tried to ditch me for. I've got a burner email ready, some random string of letters and numbers I set up weeks ago for freelance gigs. I pull up the screenshots, pages of SoulSpark chats, her widow lies, her yes to Mark's proposal, and attach them to a message. No subject, no signature, just the raw guts of her betrayal. I send it to our mutuals, Tom from Poker Night, Sarah who hosted our last barbecue, a dozen others who will spread it like wildfire. The whoosh of the email's a small thrill, a match struck in the dark. By noon, the group chat's buzzing. I've got a peek through Tom's forwarded texts. Holy shit, Lydia's been catfishing? Daniel's AWOL, anyone know what's up? Sarah's reply, she told me he was distant. Guess she made that literal. I smirk, bitter and sharp, and close the laptop. Let her spin her sob story now. Truth's got sharper teeth. By afternoon, I'm restless. The hotel's a cage, stale air, peeling wallpaper, a bed that smells like someone else's mistakes. I check out, toss my bag in the Toyota, and drive aimlessly, radio off, just the hum of the engine and the slap of wipers against drizzle. My phone buzzes, an unknown number again, probably Jen's, but I let it die out, unanswered. I end up at a diner off the highway, neon sign flickering open, the kind of place that smells like grease and second chances. I slide into a booth, order coffee and a burger, and watch the rain streak the window while the waitress, Linda, her tag says, chatters about the weather. Nasty day, she says, pouring black sludge into my mug. Yeah, I mutter, wrapping my hands around it. Nasty week. The burger's half-eaten when my phone lights up again. Tom this time, not a burner. Dude, you okay? Lydia's crashing at Jen's, saying you locked her out. What's going on? I stare at the screen, grease smudging my thumb, and type back, I'm fine. She's not. Ask her about Mark. Send. Let him dig. He'll get the screenshots soon enough. I finish the coffee, bitter as hell, and leave a 10 on the table. The rain's heavier now, drumming the roof as I climb back into the car, the world blurring beyond the windshield. She's crashing at Jen's, broke, humiliated, Her cards dead and her lies exposed. Good. That's the point. So why does my chest feel like it's caving in? Night falls hard, and I'm back at the hotel. Same room, same minibar, different bottle. The tracking app pings. Lydia's sent Jen out for groceries. Her text a plea. Can't even buy food. Daniel's cut me off completely. I laugh, a hollow rasp, and crack the bourbon open. Cut her off completely. Damn right I did. She wanted freedom. Here it is, raw and empty. Another ping. Jen to Sarah. She's a mess. Keep saying it was just online. You buying that? Sarah's reply. Hell no. Widow act. She's done. Done. The word lands heavy, a gavel slam in my head, and I pour another shot, the glass trembling in my hand. Midnight rolls around, and I'm pacing again, the carpet worn under my boots. The phone buzzes, another unknown number, insistent this time. I pick up, breath held, and there she is again, voice wrecked. Daniel, please, it's me. Don't hang up. I'm begging you. I don't move. Don't speak. Just listen as she unravels. It wasn't real, I swear. It was stupid. I was bored. I never met him. I never. She chokes on a sob, the sound wet and ragged. I love you, okay? I messed up, but we can fix it. Please come home. Love me. Fix it. The words twist in my gut, sharp and useless. I see her in my mind, curled on Jen's couch, eyes red, phone shaking, and for a second, I waver. 6 years. Her laugh, the way she'd hum in the kitchen. But then I see the red dress, the yes to Mark, the widow lie, and it's gone, snuffed out cold. She's still talking, pleading, when I shift the phone. Daniel? Are you there? Her voice is a whisper now, frail, clinging. I don't answer. I don't know her that. The bourbon's warm in my throat as I press end, cutting her off mid-breath. The silence slams back, heavy and absolute, broken only by the rain tapping the window like a code I can't crack. I sink onto the bed, bottle in hand, and stare at the ceiling. She's out there, drowning in the wreckage I made, and I'm here, dry but not safe. The fallout spreading, friends turning, her life crumbling, and I'm the match that lit it. Victory's supposed to taste better than this, isn't it? August heat presses against the windows of my new apartment, a third-floor walk-up with peeling paint and a view of a parking lot. It's been 5 months since the house, the hotel, the bourbon-soaked nights that blurred into days. The place is sparse, mattress on the floor, a folding chair, a card table with my laptop humming softly. Boxes sit unopened in the corner, ghosts of a life I don't want to unpack. The air smells like dust and fresh paint, a clean slate that doesn't feel clean yet. I'm 35 now, birthday came and went in June, unmarked, just another day coding freelance gigs in the shoebox I call mine. Lydia's gone, the divorce final, the ink dry on papers that carved us apart. Freedom's a funny thing, lighter than I expected, heavier than I'd hoped. I'm at the table, coffee cooling in a chipped mug, staring at SoulSpark on my screen. The app's logo pulses, that damn red heart taunting me like an old wound. I deleted Mark months ago, scrubbed him clean after the reveal, but I'm back now, Daniel this time. No masks. My finger hovers over the bio field. Daniel, 35, divorcee, ready to trust again. Ready to trust again. The words taste like a lie, bitter and unripe, but I type them anyway, watching them sit there, bold and fragile. The cursor blinks, a steady heartbeat, and I lean back, the chair creaking under me. Trust? After her? After the widow act, the red dress, the yes to a stranger who was me? I snort, the sound sharp in the quiet, and sip my coffee. It's cold, ground's gritty at the bottom fitting, somehow. Outside, the world drones on cars rumbling, a dog barking, kids laughing somewhere down the block. Inside, it's just me and the hum of the AC, a cheap unit that rattles like it's about to quit. I've settled into this minimalist life, shed the house, the joint accounts, the weight of her. Sold the place in April, pocketed the cash, moved here with what fit in the Toyota. No more guest room, no more whiskey binges, just a mattress, a few clothes, and a laptop that keeps me fed. Freelance work steady, bug fixes, app tweaks, nothing glamorous, but it's mine, untouched by her shadow. I don't miss the old life, not really. I miss what it could have been, maybe, what it was before the silences grew teeth. Lydia's out there, still reeling. I know because the grapevine hums, even when I try to tune it out. Tom texted last week. Saw her at the grocery store, cashier gig, looks rough. Rough. Good. She's working some low-rent job, probably ringing up canned soup and dodging questions from nosy regulars. Jen cut ties after the screenshots hit, Sarah too, and the old crew's mostly mine now, whispering about her fall like it's a cautionary tale. I don't ask for updates, don't need to. The tracking app's long gone, deleted after the locks changed, but I can picture her, hair pulled back, apron stained, staring at the register like it's a life sentence. She wanted freedom too, didn't she? Guess we both got it, just not the kind she dreamed of on that porch swing. I scroll through SoulSpark, thumb flicking past profiles, smiles, selfies, bios promising fun and no drama. My bio's still there, unsaved, a dare I haven't taken. I think about the game we played, her lies spinning out like silk, my revenge a steel trap snapping shut. 6 years reduced to screenshots and a fake address, a war fought in texts and tears. I won, didn't I? She's the one broken, not me. But the victory's hollow, a trophy with no shine. I see her in flashes, giggling over spaghetti, curling into me during storms, and wonder where it went wrong. Was it me, distant like she said? Or her, chasing ghosts before I gave her one to chase? The coffee's gone now, mug empty, and I set it down, the clink loud in the stillness. Across town, she's staring at a photo. I don't know it for sure, but I feel it, a gut hunch that sticks. One of those old Polaroids from our second anniversary, me grinning with sunburn, her in a sundress, the beach stretching behind us. She deleted her SoulSpark profile weeks ago. Tom mentioned it, casual, like it was gossip, but I bet she's got that picture out, thumb tracing the edges, wondering how it turned to ash. She's still reeling, still lost, while I'm here, building something new. We're trying to. The bio blinks at me. Ready to trust again, and I save it, just to see how it feels. My finger hovers over post, but I don't press it. Not yet. Maybe not ever. Trust a bridge I burned, and the ashes are still warm. I stand, stretch, the floorboards groaning under my boots. The apartment's small, but it's mine. No echoes of her humming, no shadows of her phone lighting up the dark. I grab my keys, step outside, and lock the door behind me. The stairwell's a concrete echo chamber, my footsteps bouncing off the walls as I head down. The parking lot's baking in the sun, asphalt shimmering, and I pause by the Toyota, its dented hood glinting like a scar. The air's thick, humid, pressing against my lungs, but I breathe deep anyway, filling them till it hurts. It's clean air, no rain, no bourbon, no lies. Just heat and the faint buzz of cicadas in the distance. I lean against the car, staring at the horizon, strip malls, power lines, a sky too blue for the mess I've made. Maybe I'm the widow now, I mutter, the words slipping out, rough and low. They hang there, heavy, and I laugh, a small, cracked sound that fades into the hum of the day. Widow. Not her, not anymore. Me grieving something dead long before I served those papers, something I killed with my own hands when I became Mark. The thought's a weight, but it's not crushing. It's just there, a truth I'll carry till it lightens. I don't go back inside. I walk, past the lot, down the cracked sidewalk, the sun beating on my neck. The kids are still laughing somewhere, a dog still barking, and I keep going, no destination, just motion. The bio's saved, not posted, and maybe I'll figure out later. For now, it's enough to breathe, to move, to leave the game behind. The world spins on, and I'm in it, alone, free, a widow in my own skin. Fade to black. Hey, thanks for sticking with Daniel and me through this wild ride. Every twist, every lie, every shattered piece. If this story hit you where it hurts, or maybe where it heals, don't let the story end here. Hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening, drop a review to tell us what you think, and share this with someone who'd get lost in it too. Want more tales of trust, betrayal, and the messy stuff in between? Follow us for the next chapter, because every ending's just a new beginning waiting to unfold. Until then, keep breathing deep, and I'll catch you on the other side.